Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and this is Viscera Cleanup... Oh! I didn't let go of it. That's a good start. This is Viscera Cleanup Detail. That's my mop, my broom. The House of Hell. See, I know what I'm doing. Don't doubt me. This is my first session playing again since my last one. I tend to record in big blocks, so if you've sent me any messages, and you lot have been super as usual, bless your little cotton socks, you have been offering lots and lots of help and suggestions. Very nice. I've not been ignoring you. Oh god, I didn't even see that. If that's the case, if you've made any suggestions, like the many of you have said about using the key in the shack, then I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I couldn't respond. I'm still doing. It was all recorded. It was already recorded. That's what I'm trying to say. It was already recorded, and therefore I could not respond to your eminently sensible suggestions. But yes, thank you to everybody who said about the key. I'll use that soon, because I'm heartily sick of this house now. I've had enough of this house. I've had enough of doing stuff in here. I want to go and investigate the rest of the area, because there's obviously big bits that I haven't seen yet. And I want to get them dealt with. Who's this? Heather Tierney. Yes, that is a famous actress. I recognise that one. It's another one. It's another one of these portmanteaus, I think, where it's a combination of the actress and the part that she played. But there you go. So I'm not going to show you all of this because I want to show you something downstairs. But just me running around grabbing bodies isn't very exciting. I want to get to new areas and show you those. I'm going to get bored. Alice Parker. Again, another one, I think. Another portmanteau, possibly, but I'll have to check. Thank you for your suggestions. Various clever ones. I'll come to one later when I get to the basement. For people who've like... I even wrote some of these down. That's how much I gave. Was it Hames? Was it you, Hames? It was that about making sure I'd saved items. Yes, I've saved all the special items that I think I could. And I will... I'm keeping them as my box to try and get the Chiefs. It means maybe I don't get a full finish. And yeah. So I'm going to try and mop around here. I'm going to finish the rest of the house, mop around here, get rid of all the bodies, and I'll see you again in a bit in the basement. Oh, this damn house! Every time I think I'm done, something else turns up. It's driving me around the bend. Anyway, I thought I was going to head straight down the basement, but we're going to do a roll call first. A couple of people we've missed. James Nelson. Don't know. Yeah, some people, some bodies I'd missed, I think. Ooh. And I just carried those out straight away. Not hanging around with those. A whole lot of mopping, a whole lot of bucket spilling. Who else we got here? Ron Brewer, the Bullfrog. That was mentioned in one of the films as well. One of the notes, I think, about someone busting into the party. Was it the Botflies? Was Ron Brewer one of the Botflies? I don't know. I'll look it up and caption it. And lastly, Rufus Turner. Don't know. Yeah, the first time I saw James Nelson, I thought it said Jamie Nelson, and I was thinking Jamie Lee Curtis. Well, for a start, I think it was actually attached to a male body. But also, I think wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis in one of the horror films? I don't know. Anyway, there's a few candles you have to deal with those. But what I do first was just smashy. Oh, they're not smashing as well as I hope they might do. Wow, really? There you go. I'm gonna smash you up one way or another. There we go. It's nice and easy to deal with. Come on, plates. Shame we can't actually throw them. Oh. By the way, someone was saying before about the about turning the objects. That's more effective. There, just drop it. There you go. Bit of Greek wedding action. Come on, give me that. Come on. Fine. About turning the objects? Because I was having trouble reading the... I see you. I was having trouble reading some of the tins that I desperately wanted to read for whatever reason. Oh. Oh, it's a tin of food. That's annoying. Oh, it's like a little larder. Did I not see this before? Guess I didn't have to come and clear this out. Oh well. Yeah, well, it's an example anyway. It works well. It was about turning the tins so I can see them, but they don't really turn very well. See, I'm pressing left mouse button there to do it, but it's just not working. Never mind, I'll bag all those up and let's have a bit of poltergeist action, shall we? And stack all the chairs up. I'm surprised one of the rooms hasn't got that, actually. All the stairs suddenly stacked, like in the poltergeist film. The original one. Forget the later ones. Not really worth it. Anyway, get those out of the way. Yes, I'll go through and empty some of these, bin some of these tins before long, but I wanted to, you know, smash these things up. And there we go. A little bit of violence. Why not? And also read this note over here as well. It'd be nice to be able to actually throw them properly, but that's pretty good. That one survived. There we go. Come on, come here. Don't be awkward. Oh, I thought it was going to be really easy. I thought it was going to go... Actually, I know what I need to use. Where is it? Where's my... Yeah, I got this a bit dirty because I was using it to push things. There we go. That's the big swing. That's what I'm talking about before. Get out of the way, chair. You're not helping. Oop. A personal log. Captain's log. Even that's not very effective, is it really? I'm guaranteed to miss a few. Never mind, I'll deal with them later. Yeah, I was using this to push things into the shredder, the chipper, which is not the greatest thing for buckets. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to clean it. Put that away. I'm not sure how I'm going to clean the shredder off completely, because every time you put a bucket in there, it always drops. No matter what I do, it always drops the water everywhere. So the thing's always dirty, which is rather frustrating. I have to work something out with using one of the toilets to clean up or something. But what does this note say? Dear Mr. and Mrs. Adams, I'm sorry to report that your son Jason, really, Jason, huh? Has been implicated. Okay, there we go. Has been implicated a letter home from school. That's never good. I've had a few of those. Not as bad as this, though, I'm sure. Indicated an incident at the school. This is the third time in a row I can no longer give you the benefit of the doubt that the other students are simply lying. The hurting of fellow students and displacement of school property with disturbing imagery. Oh, defacement of school property with disturbing imagery will not be tolerated. Please see to your son's discipline, or will be forced to expel Jason from the school. Good day, Jack Nicholson. Good job, Jack. There we go. Right. See what I mean? It's always a mess in there, no matter what I do. Come on, get in there. Right. How are we doing now? Can I now head down? Oh, no, I want to do one more thing. I was going to look at the books that were in here as well, because... Can I move those? No. I wonder if the books were the same as... Bit of fresh air here. The books were the same as the ones upstairs, or are there any new ones? Oh, sneaky glasses up there. No! That's effective. Right, okay. Let's look at these books and see if there's anything new on here, and I'll go and do the... get the basement done. I think these are the same, aren't they, really, sadly? What's the one down there? The Summoner, Laws of the Beyond. It's quite frustrating I can't read them. Cannibal Couture... No, I think they're all the same, aren't they? Well, that's a bit of a shame, but never mind. I happen to see some new ones. I haven't even looked at the TV either. Oh, hold on. Not bad when you know how to do it. Terrorvision. Yes, very good. Anything else in here? Oh, these look a bit new. Hold on. No. Same about tea leaves. Divining your death by tea leaves. But I can't quite read what it says there. Non-Dr. Merrill Grey? No, I've done that one already, haven't I? Oh, I thought it was a new one. Never mind. Nah, they're all the same, aren't they, really? Ah, well, never mind. Right, I've got my little searchlight, so let's head down to the basement. Sadly, I've not been enjoying this episode quite so much, because it's a lot more... I don't know, I guess the level's less fresh and new, and it's been a lot more just general tidying up, I think. So it's been a little bit more frustrating than previous ones, but that's okay. I'll keep on going through it. So we'll get this done soon, and then we'll go into... we'll head into the new area. Oh, who's this? Greg Fairbanks. That's very familiar. We'll head off to... oh, nice and echoey down here. I like this. We'll head off into Jason's shack. What's happened here with a washing machine? There must have been washing machine deaths, I guess, in films. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. I can't think really off the top of my head. The one that sticks in my mind most... Oh, I haven't forgot the bucket, haven't I? No buckets down here, is there? No handy sinks or anything? What's over here? Oh, that's the Indian burial ground. And this is... Oh! Haha! We're going to use the suggestion. It was either Dalton or it was Hames, I think, who suggested this. I can't remember, but... You guys are so clever. Forget the bucket, we don't need one. And what I was going to say was... one of the first proper horror books I remember reading... Well, not remember reading. Remember buying and reading was a Dinar Kuntz book, and it's his first. It was his first book, as far as I'm aware. I don't remember the circumstances why I even bought it anymore. I don't know. I wanted to buy a book. Thought I'd try a horror one. Wasn't really attracted to it. I'd never heard. No idea who this Kuntz guy was. I tried. It's either the Watcher or the Watchers. I can't recall which one it is. But there's it was quite a few years ago anyway, and it was genetic manipulation and things like that, and they'd basically made two creatures, a extremely intelligent dog. Who is this? Mark Bartram. Don't know. An extremely intelligent dog, and it's something like a baboon or something similar, which was incredibly violent. And that was the killer part of the book. And I can't remember now how they were supposed to work. I think they were supposed to work as a team in some way. I don't really recall. It's quite a long time ago. I know I enjoyed the book a great deal. I think I've still got it somewhere. But the reason it stuck in my mind is because I'm sure there's one point there where the baboon thing kills somebody and leaves their severed head in the washing machine, bouncing around. And there's some sort of link between the dog and the baboon, but I don't really recall. Anyway, but there must be some others. There must be some other ones where someone's had their head severed. It's too obvious a thing to do, isn't it? Sever someone's head, well, at least for scriptwriters. Stick it in the washing machine. Oh dear. Oh, that's someone's brain, isn't it? That's someone's head, isn't it? It's like it's been shattered. I was thinking maybe someone had be blown their brains out, but there's only a head in here. Maybe it's I think Mark's missing a head. Mark, you missing a head? He's missing a head. But there we go. You easy to clean up anyway, Mark. I'll probably drop some of those bits, but thanks to the power of toilets, this should be a bit quicker, I think. The other thing was, again, somebody suggested, and this was Dalton, that why don't I rebury the bodies from the Indian burial ground, the one that's through here, and that's a really good idea. I hadn't thought of that, but that didn't even occur to me. The idea of that. I mean, yeah, they've been dug up. Someone's built on the old burial ground. Come on then, hurry up. Lovely. And they built the house on the old Indian burial ground, And now the spirits are angry, and that's poltergeist, isn't it? Amongst other things. Oh, there's someone's head. Who are you, sir? Don't know. God, that cistern's loud. And maybe rebury the bodies will settle down some of the activity. That's a really good idea. Unfortunately, I don't think it will work. I don't think it will. And we were and return the tikis down as well. Well, first of all, so the tikis are basically barrels. You hear that noise? It's a bit more stone-like, but I think they're pretty much the barrels, aren't they, reskinned? And you know, it's not a bad idea to rebury these guys. Although there's actually 3 bodies. We had Boney upstairs as well, didn't we? And I throw one here, and I can imagine filling it in, but I don't think it's really a possibility. Who's this, by the way? Edmund Crosby. Edmund Crosby. An author? Don't know. Not really a possibility, I don't think, because in Viscera Cleanup, obviously with don't be ahead of me. Obviously we've had situations where we've filled holes in using the spade. We haven't found a spade yet. We might find one later though. We've filled holes in like the wormholes and everything else, but I don't think I've had a situation where we've filled something in, like a hole in, with something inside it. We haven't done that, so I'm not sure that this is a. It's a really good idea, but I'm not sure it's something that would that the game designers want us to do. So these 2 guys are going to have to. How are they staying together, by the way? Are they connected with wires in the joints? It's not how burns work, you know. Unfortunate pelvis shot there. PG-18. In any case, even if we were supposed to do it, we've already sent Boney into the chipper to do a good job on next door's roses. So his 2 friends here, oh, another unfortunate pelvis shot there, are going to be going the same way. So if I've missed a trick there, it's a shame, but it is a really good idea. And you know, originally when I saw the items, like the ring and everything else, I thought we were going to have to ship them. I was even planning on doing a silly scene with the ring, the Mount Doom shipper. I was going to sling the ring in, and goodness knows what else. But you know, I thought no, it's better to keep them. That's not what they want us to do. But you probably can shred them, and probably we should shred them. We probably should shred the ring of Sauron's run ring and all the terrible masks and everything else. Are any of the other items haunted? I mean, Freddy's glove. There was only one Freddy, wasn't there? Some of the monsters have gotten revamped. You know, come back as, you know, relations of the original killer, or I don't know. It tends to be like reboots of films, isn't it? When they start doing stuff like that, I tend to stay away from those. I'm pretty cautious about sequels to films, let alone complete reboots. I don't think there's any other haunted items, are there? Ones that you pick them up and you get possessed by them, mask style. No, don't think so. Oh, well, I might mess down here. Why did I bring a bucket down? I don't need a bucket down here. Oh well, I'll use it to put some items in. Okay, I don't think there's anything else much interesting down here, so I think, by the way, that means the tiki heads are probably going to go in the shredder as well, but I don't know yet. Right, I'm going to finish cleaning up down here. If anything interesting occurs before I head to Jason's shack, I'll let you know.